teams, AFC Rushden Diamonds and Aylesbury United.
Get the box, Trey! I wanted you!
Oh, I thought he put it in. Go on. Go on. Go on. Not that. Oh! Inside! He's off. He's gone. See ya. Call that. Yeah, it was actually.
Come on, Shanks.
Second yellow.
Go on, Darryl. Go on, Darryl. Go on, Darryl.
Shoot!
That's it, yeah, that's what you got to do.
Welcome to AFCRDTV. I'm here at Chesham after tonight's Southern League East game against Aylesbury United. I'm here with man of the match again, Tom Lorraine. Tom, I suppose we're pleased with another 2-0. That's a fourth on the trot.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, confident result. 2-0 is, you know, a comfortable result. It's not battering teams, but we're never not going to batter teams. You know, every week. I think they were a good side, and coming off the back of 3 difficult games that we won last week, you know, this was probably, you know, if not more difficult than them. You know, you've had the big games; they're easy to get yourself going for. When you come in here to not a particularly, you know, decent pitch, it's been played on last night, and you know, it's cold and long journey, and they're struggling down the bottom. It's difficult to get yourself motivated for it. You know, it's easy to get up for the big games. So to come here and win 2-0 and keep another clean sheet, you know, really pleasing night.
And 2 goals for you. Great start for the first half. I mean, in fact, let's just wind back a little bit. Just before then, they had their keeper sent off. Did you see the handball, or did it come off his shoulder?
No, I think he's claimed his shoulder, but it's clearly come off his arm, I think. Ben's gone through and tried to lift it over him, and he's sort of 5 yards outside his box and just made himself big, and he's kicked it at his arm, to be fair. I don't know if he's, you know, intentionally tried to stop it, but it's a clear red. They didn't really have any arguments.
I mean, their keeper, the lad who went to goal, the number 8, he had a blinder, but just before he started those saves, you got on the score sheet.
Yeah, good build-up in the middle. We've managed to break and get a few yards, and you know, the lad had just gone in goal. Just made a good save actually, but yeah, luckily it's gone in the corner, and it gave us that breakthrough we needed, because we'd sort of huffed and puffed for half an hour, 35 minutes or so, and not played badly, but we could have played a lot better, and we have played in the previous few games. So it took a little bit of a weight off, and it certainly made half time easier for the chaps.
I mean, first half, passing the ball seemed to be quite difficult. We didn't seem to, I don't know what our percentage was, but I bet it was almost below 50% at some point.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think they did pressure us in areas and stop us playing. They were a lot quicker than I think I expected. They had one or two lads that were really, really quick. You know, and they sort of ratted around and stopped us playing. Like I said, with the pitch the way it is and being played on last night, it's not easy. You try and knock a pass in, and your touch is a little bit off, and balls are being cut out. But we know we could have played a lot better. We weren't under any illusions as to, you know, we were playing fantastic football. We weren't. It was one of them where we had to grind it out, and we did that. We got a lead at half time and built on it.
Yeah, second half, they had another player sent off probably halfway through, but I think we had our chances again. The keeper pulled off some really good saves after that one from Ryan in the first half, which I'm not sure how he saved it at all.
Yeah, I think he's found his new position, the keeper. He's pulled a few, you know, absolute worlders out that everyday goalkeepers would be really proud of, and he kept him in it for a long period. A couple of headers that we've had, and like you say, he's clawed one around the post. You know, brilliant saves. But on other days they go in and we win the game 5-6-0, and everybody thinks it's really comfortable. But you know, you come up against that. You know, he's done well for his team when he's gone in and done what he's been called upon to do. You know, I'm always my glass is always half empty. So when we got the second goal, I was quite relieved, and it wasn't exactly a rocket, was it? No, it was a tired swing, I think is the way I describe it. Keeper's dived over it and gone in the corner. But it was what we needed. You know, 5 or 10 minutes left, probably something like that. At 1-0, they've always got a chance, even down to 9 men. They get a break, catch us on a break with their quick players. Like I say, they could cause problems, or they get a set piece and nod one in, and it's 1-1, and then they sit back and get 9 men behind the ball. It's a completely different game. So it took the pressure off for the last 5 minutes, made it a little bit easier. It would been nice to get that goal a little bit sooner and you know, make the last half an hour easier. But we'll take them how they come. We've got 2-0. We'll move on to the next game. And a couple of knocks again. You seem to be in the wars every game. Yeah, nothing changes, does it? I'll get up, carry on. Kel can stretch me out, and I'll be ready for the next game. All right, mate. See you Saturday. Thanks, Tom. I'm now here with manager Andy Peaks. Andy, I just said to Tom, that's our 4th 2-0 win. I think you'd take that. It was difficult conditions, difficult game, but we're back on still top and 3 points clear.
Yeah, no, I'd always take 2-0, obviously, John, before any game. But yeah, it's ironic we've had a few 2-0s, and yeah, I'd have took that before we come here, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, it was the pitch was played on last night. I think Chesham had a home game, and the wind was blowing in all the way through that game, so it was difficult conditions, perhaps not obvious for people on the sidelines. Yeah, the pitch, although it looks okay from where we are now, was very, very bubbly. It was quite a strong wind. It was going to make it difficult. However, across the 90 minutes, we had enough chances to win 3, 4, 5 games, didn't we? Let alone 2-0. But at the end of the day, it was, for me, these games, this one especially, they come on, you've had the big games, so-called. But for me, as I said to the boys before, every game is 3 points, whether you beat the bottom team or the top team. And it's important we keep picking up 3. We've come away, we've travelled a fair way tonight for Wednesday, nearly said Tuesday, for a Wednesday night. Fair play to the boys. We've got another 3 points and we're on our way home. It is a Wednesday, by the way. It is a Wednesday, yeah. You got me thinking there, John. But no, seriously, midweek, travel this far is quite a trek. It's not an easy place to get to. But everyone got here. And for me, we've come away with 3 points nearer to where we want to be. No Ben Diamond, I believe he was ill overnight. Yeah, Ben was ill overnight, which is a shame because he's been excellent. I think everyone agrees since he's been at the club he had something different. So yeah, he wasn't fit enough to come, which was a blow. And obviously Richard suspended, so we made a couple of little changes to the squad. Still had plenty good enough players out there. And I thought we controlled the game, pretty much most of it. Obviously they went down to 10 and then 9 men. Again, I just felt coming here, they've got a new management team in who I know really well. I'll speak to quite often. And they're both good lads, so I knew the lads that got here would certainly have a go from tonight, and they got a couple of fresh faces in as well. So it was a tricky one. Everyone thinks you're just going to come and roll teams over because they lost 6-1 to Cambridge. That was never going to happen in my eyes. It was always going to be a tough fixture, and one I'm really pleased we've got 3 points out of. We got the goal at the right time, just after the first ending off, and Tom's in rich Lorraine form at the moment, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Now he does. We know. I talk about him every week. We know what he brings to the club. He does all the nasty stuff, and he's scoring goals as well. He puts a shift in every week, and like I said tonight, we needed his goals, and he's got 2 more, and we've won 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of frustration in the passing, obviously, we talked about. Some of the corners, well, didn't seem to get the delivery right at times.
Yeah, I was disappointed first half in the fact that I thought the set pieces were not good enough, most of them. The delivery weren't good enough. The passing wasn't great. I can accept the passing to a degree because the pitch was particularly bobbly. So I'll give them a bit of leeway, and it was windy. But for set pieces, for me, I felt we need to put balls in key areas, certainly when the goalkeeper's gone off as well. And I didn't think the delivery was good enough even second half. The corners, we hit the first man too often. So that was something we can improve on. But in general, I thought we controlled the game quite well. I thought they were always going to set up with a 4-5-1, so it was going to be hard to probably get down the sides because they doubled up quite well on the wingers, and equally they had a lot of players screening their front too, so it made it hard to fizz balls into them. But we're going to get that. You know, it's about being patient again. I've said that again a lot of times recently, being patient, and the chances will come. And it doesn't matter when you score your goals and how many you get. For me, if you get 3 points, it's happy days. So
one Aylesbury out of the way this week, and on midweek we go to Aylesbury themselves on Saturday. What do we know about them?
Yeah, we know they're another team that are capable of a big result at any point. We know it's another team that are going to be desperate to knock us off the top because we're now 3 points clear. So we're expecting another really tough game. Again, I'm not sure what the surface is like there. It wasn't the best 2 years ago when we went there, so probably similar. They'll have probably watched us tonight, so they'll probably have a game plan. It's up to us to be ready to get another 3.
Mate, it's pretty cold and windy. We'll leave it there. See you soon.
I don't need love.